In this video, we'll show how an idle arm gets your chain from looking like this to this. Let's get started. First, we're going to secure the mounting bracket onto the flywheel using a bolt down the middle. Once we have that secure, we are going to install the two side bolts. Install both of the side bolts by hand first, just enough to secure the thread. Then, fasten the side bolts fully with a power drill to the standard torque specification. After fastening the side bolts, the temporary center bolt can be removed. The mounting bracket is now installed on the machine. The first step is complete. Next step is assembling the idle arm. We start off with a slotted adjustment plate, add a lock washer to a shoulder bolt, then we're going to need a sprocket and a spacer sleeve. Next, you can add the sprocket. It should fit snug on the shoulder bolt. After that, add the spacer sleeve. Then, grab the subassembly and thread it into the middle of the adjustment plate. Once fully tightened, the idle arm assembly is complete. 4 of these with varying lengths is required for the machine. Next step is the idle arm and tensioner assembly. First, thread the lock nut onto the tensioning bolt. And these are the rest of the parts that will be needed for the assembly. Now, we will proceed to installing the idle arm onto the mounting bracket. Make sure to place the spacer plate on before. Then, proceed to installing the adjustment plate to the mounting bracket. To secure the adjustment plate, you will be using 2 bolts and 2 washers. Once both are threaded by hand, use an Allen wrench to fasten them fully. Make sure to thread both bolts until fully seated. At this point, the idle arm will still be able to move back and forth. Next, we're going to install the tensioning bolt to the idle arm. Thread the bolt into the threaded tab on the adjustment plate until about 1/4 of an inch is poking out. Then, add a nut to the end and tighten with a wrench. This idle arm and tensioner assembly will be done 4 times on the machine. And this will bring us to our final step, which is installing the chain onto the sprockets. First, we're going to route the chain over the barrel shaft sprocket and around the center sprocket, and then finally the idler arm sprocket. And then we can connect the chain ends using a master link. We will secure this master link in place by using 2 cotter pins. Bend the cotter pins legs outward to secure the master link in place. Now the chain is engaged with all 3 sprockets, but it remains slack. So we're going to tighten the adjustment nut to compress the spring, drawing the idler arm rearward and increasing chain tension. After this adjustment, the chain is properly tensioned with no excessive slack. The idler arm and chain tensioning is now complete.